Yo, yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I gotta tell you people that you need to have more sex, okay? All of y'all, men, women, y'all need to have more sex. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you don't have a lot of sex, you put a lot of meaning on sex, right? See, people who have a lot of sex, right? They understand something. And what they understand is that they understand that sex is meaningless. You understand what I'm saying? It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything, right? So this is why a lot of people out there have these hangups about sex because they're not having enough. They're not actually doing it. They are looking at sex from a standpoint from, what they think is going to happen, what they think they're going to feel, the beliefs that they've been taught by society, by their parents, by whoever, and they put all that together and they formulate their view about sex. But the reason why they have that view is because they're not actually having it. All they have is the ideas that have been implanted in their head. You see what I'm saying? But this is the thing. When you're actually out here experiencing, right? Then what happens is that you understand something that other people don't understand, which is it's meaningless. Just like anything else in life. See, when you actually open your eyes and you wake up and you are aware, you understand that all of this is meaningless, and if anything has meaning, it's based on the meaning you give it, right? There's nothing special about sex. But what happens is that you don't realize this because you are on the outside looking in. And what I'm saying is not that you're not having sex. I'm sure some of you who are watching, have sex. But what I'm saying is that you don't have a lot of sex. And on top of that, you don't have a lot of sex with multiple people. So you don't understand certain things because you're not actually doing the thing. So all you do understand is what you've been taught about this topic. You understand? So the thing is that because you're on the outside looking in, you look at sex a certain way and you think that, your relationship to sex is going to be a certain way, but it's only that way based on your perception and not your actual experience with it. Right? Think about this. Like how you have a lot of actors or, musicians or people who are famous and rich and all that other stuff. And I'm sure you heard this before where they say, man, you know what? I thought that once I got all this fame and all these riches, I'd be really, really happy. And a lot of them are miserable, right? And the reason why they're miserable is because they thought that getting those things would make them happy, right? But this is what I'm telling you, is that when they got those things, they realized that getting all these things is what? Meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. You understand what I'm saying? That is not going to really impact their happiness like they thought it was. But they thought getting that was going to be the thing. But that was what they thought about getting those things, in the first place, because they didn't have it. Now that they experienced having those things, they realized the thought that they had when it comes to having those things isn't the reality of what it feels like to have those things. So a lot of you have this sort of thought about sex. Y'all are not living in the reality of having sex a lot. So your thoughts of having sex a lot, or just sex period, is based on your perception or thought about it versus your experience of actually having it. And this is why you guys have issues with sex, men and women. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of y'all motherfuckers have issues with sex because you are not experiencing sex. You're not experiencing a lot of it. You're not really out here doing that shit. See, a lot of y'all, you're going to be like, oh, but Locario, man, this is crazy. What are you talking about? Man, soul ties. And I heard somebody on my comments the other day, because I put out a video about being promiscuous. And somebody was like, oh, you're going to stir up sex demons and all this other stupid shit, all this other nonsense that people are just talking about that they're not actually, experiencing. Like, have you guys ever experienced a sex demon? Can somebody really, listen, I will send you guys $1,000 for the first person who sends me a video of a sex demon, or I want to see a soul tie in person. What the fuck does that even look like? You understand? Like, show me these people who can't pair bond because they had all this sex. You understand what I'm saying? See, look, isn't in the news right now, Cassie, doesn't she have a husband? Isn't she bonding with her husband after having all this sex with all these sex workers, and you understand what I'm saying? So somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain this to me. Let's be smart here. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm telling you guys is that you need to have more sex. Yes, you watching right now, you need to have more sex. You need to have a relationship with sex that is not holding you back in life. Shout out to my dude K Zag, and he says a lot of guys' insecurities stem directly or indirectly from sex. You understand what I'm saying? And I would even go further to say, women's insecurities stem from that too. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of women have been indoctrinated to feel guilty about themselves based on them having sex. You understand? Like, people actually think, a lot of guys think women aren't supposed to like sex, even though women have twice as many nerve endings on their clitoris than a guy has on the head of his penis. You feel what I'm saying? But women are not supposed to like sex. I don't understand how that works. You feel what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. But anyway, I just want you guys to understand that you have the relationship you have with sex is based on your experience with sex. Your actual experience, right? Not what you've been taught, not what you've been told. And on top of that, a lot of the times what you've been taught and what you've been told impacts the relationship you have with sex when you're even having the experience. So then you think certain things mean more than it is. You feel bad because you feel guilty for doing it and all this other nonsense. Open your fucking eyes, right? And live with reality. This shit is meaningless. You give meaning to it. So if you believe in the soul tie shit, that's what the meaning you give to it. You believe in the pair bonding shit, that's the meaning you give to it. You believe that sex is gonna make you happy, that's the meaning you give to it. You believe that sex is going to, cure your loneliness or make you find love, that's the meaning you give to it. You understand what I'm saying? Sex just is what it is. It is meaningless until you give meaning to it. And the thing is that the more sex you have, the more meaningless it's going to be to you. You understand what I'm saying? And that is a good thing. You understand? It's a very, very fucking good thing, because then you are waking up now. You're getting out of your ego and you are living in reality. Okay? So guys, listen, if you guys have any questions, hit me up at shoplocario.com and badboymembership.com. I'll holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm out.